Sorry, I had to pause my iPod, then I had a coffee with it. No, I just wanted to do an update video, an everything video, a ramble video, whatever you want to call it. The reason I have got quite a few scripts. I've actually made a folder called scripts, funnily enough. There's got all my the scripts that I'm writing in it, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 6 on the go, so I'm trying to write them all, and it depends what kind of state of mind I'm in. If I'm in a creative mind, I'm working on a gibberish video. I cannot just talk off the top of my head a lot of gibberish like Dukai Shamala, whatever. That sounds stupid. I have to write it down and then read it back. That's what I'm like. But also quite a few people have been making requests with my Salem Witch Trials video, you know, about like historical events. So I've put a list together of what people want, and I've got quite a few. So I just wanted to ask you if there's any other historical, you know, like legends or myths or anything that you want me to talk about, then I will put it on the list. I have got 4 here, but if I can't find anything to talk about, then I won't do it. So far I have the Bell Witch, Jack the Ripper, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which I don't think that's a true story. I think it's by Washington Irving or something like that. And then Elizabeth Bathory, can't even pronounce that. And I'm going to do a few myself, and it's going to be like a really long storytelling roleplay video. You know, like a teacher reading to pupils, but it's going to be like not a relaxing video, like a kind of a creepy video, like an audiobook type thing. Also, I'm writing a story. Someone, I cannot remember who, and I cannot remember the video that they asked it on, but someone asked me to write a story, like a fantastical, like a fantasy-like story. And I've been watching, you should know by now that every now and then I go from one film to another. Like I get one film, I watch it all week, and then I move on to another. Well, this week I've been watching a lot of Tim Burton films. I've watched Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice. I bought Corpse Bride on DVD, and that was really, really good. Corpse Bride. I watched Sleepy Hollow, which I've got on DVD. I watched Sweeney Todd, which I've got on DVD. The only Tim Burton films I've not seen now, I need to see all the Batmans. The Nightmare Before Christmas, I've actually seen half of that. The Nightmare Before Christmas and Edward, yes. So I need to watch them. But I absolutely adore Tim Burton. He's just amazing at directing and writing. Just his creative mind is so inspiring, and that's why I was watching Corpse Bride, and it was just so beautiful. Like I downloaded a bit of the soundtrack, and Danny Elfman, who wrote some of the songs, they're just really, really cool and funny. My favourite is probably According to Plan. I do for a glorious wedding. But the piano duet between the Corpse Bride, I completely forgot her name, is it Emily? Between Emily and Victor. I thought that was beautiful. all seen. So, that's going on the way. By the way, I had a folder on my iPod, like a note, which had things that people had requested. But because I've been running out of room, I've been going crazy deleting a load of things off my iPod, like apps and stuff, and I accidentally deleted it. So if anybody's got any more requests that they asked that I haven't fulfilled yet, then just let me know, because I really like your requests, and I was a complete douchebag and deleted it, so my apologies. And yeah, I've been really busy with work. Actually, I don't want to become like a martyr, but obviously I'm new to the work thing, but the night before last, I went out clubbing with my friends, and it was really strange. I've only been clubbing once before in my life, and we got there at about, we went downtown, we got to town about, sorry, I've just noticed that my nail is chipped, that's very bad. Sorry, we got downtown probably about 11:30, 11 o'clock, and we went around a few of the pubs and clubs, and it was kind of good. I only had a few drinks because I'm not a big drinker. My friend asked me to have a shot of Sambuca though, and God, it was like drinking acid. My God, but I thought it was quite nice, despite the feeling of swallowing fire afterwards. And then we went to the main nightclub, and I don't know, we got to the nightclub for about 11:30, 12ish, and by the time it got to 1:30, I was bored. Everyone was partying, my friends were getting on with total strangers, and I was just sat there and I was just really, really bored, because I mean, I'm kind of pouring my heart out to you, but I don't know who I am. Like, all my friends, they like clubbing, they like drinking, they like being loud and partying till 4 o'clock in the morning, whereas I don't. My idea of a perfect night is staying in with a cup of hot chocolate and a good DVD, and then just sitting there and watching it. Maybe going to the cinema with my friends, or like going for a meal, but I just don't like clubbing. And I don't know, I seem a bit out of place because well, in fact all of my friends are into clubbing and drinking and going to the pub, whereas I'm not. I just don't like it at all. I was so bored that at one point I got my phone out and started playing Angry Birds in the middle of a Pitbull song. Plus the fact that I was wearing my only pair of high heels. I need some more, but I was wearing high heels, and this was Thursday night, it's now Saturday. My feet are still hurting. I cannot describe how much my feet hurt. Boys, you should consider yourselves lucky that you don't have to put up with this. I would have worn flats, but I didn't want to wear my best pair of shoes in case they got ruined. The only other shoes I had were sandals, but I didn't want to risk getting my foot stood on by some girl in her 5-inch stilettos or whatever. I had a bit of an identity crisis, to say the least. But whatever. Also, I'm thinking of dyeing my hair. A new style for unit. So at the moment, I have is like a medium light brown hair at the moment, and I'm thinking of dyeing it more blonde, like a dark blonde. But I'm not sure. I keep changing my mind. I'm hopeless that way. I cannot make decisions by myself. I have to get a second opinion before I do something. I also wouldn't mind getting a tattoo. I get paid. It's a big month for me, September. I have 2 jobs. But my first job is not a very big one. It's like I get the same amount of money as I'd get if I had a paper round. But I call it first job. But I get probably about £50 from that a month. £50 a month from that. I should get that money in a week or so. Then I've got my birthday, which is on Thursday. I'm really excited. I'll be 19 if you don't know. And then I've got my student finance coming in. I start university a week on Monday. I'm so nervous. You have no idea how nervous I am. I'm not very good at making friends. I'm not very talkative. I mean, I'm talkative right now because I don't really know any of you. You don't know me much. Well, I don't know you do. I've just told you like something I'd never ever tell my friends. Okay, you know me to some level, but I can't see you and you can't see me, so it's easier to talk to you guys. That's what I'm like. I'd rather talk to total strangers, but I'm not a very open person. Yeah, I get money from my first job. Birthday, I'm guessing I'll get maybe, I don't know, I'd have a very big family, so maybe just a bit of money from there. Then I get my first proper wage from my new job. I only got a bit of money last month because I only worked a week before payday. So it's all really exciting. First thing I'm going to do when I get my money is buy some clothes. And then I wanted to put it all aside and maybe save up to go travelling somewhere. I'd love to go to the USA and just travel around the USA. It's so beautiful, I think. I mean, there's so many places. There's forests. I mean, you could even go to Canada. There's forests. There's the Grand Canyon. There's New York City, Florida, and there's quite a few other states that I'd like to visit too. I've always wanted to see Mount Rushmore too. I think it's fascinating. You know, I did the other week. I was really, really bored, so I memorised all of the states in the USA. Most of their capitals. I can't remember a few. Their capital cities and their location. So if you gave me a blank map, I'd be able to tell you where each of the states are. So, yeah, Americans are probably like, yeah, whatever. That's nothing, we know that anyway, but I'm really proud of myself. I'm just browsing the newspaper at the same time as talking. I'm a woman, I multitask. Yeah, we have the biggest in all the news. We have a hurricane on the way. The worst storms for 15 years are on the way as the tail end of a hurricane hits our shores this weekend. Gales of up to 88 miles per hour will set in tomorrow night, prompting warnings of damage to buildings, falling trees, flooding and transport chaos. Oh dear, our country freaks out like the USA, they'd be like, "Meh, it's just a bit of rain." Whereas us, I can't come to work, it's too wet. I can't come to work, there's leaves on my car. There's a picture of the UK with the area where the hurricane's gonna hit, and where I am is just inside of the line. So I don't know, maybe we'll get the back end of it. Maybe not. I think the satellite images here, they're so beautiful. I really love weather. It's fascinating. I had to choose my modules for university a few days ago, and I chose environmental science, which is climate change. Like the nitrogen cycle, the water cycle, hydrogen cycle, mercury cycle. I have no idea what the mercury cycle is, but that's what he said. So, can't wait to do that. I'm just waiting for my timetable to come through. I've got the weekend of work though, so that'll be time to just get some background reading done. I think I am officially the world's most clumsiest person. If you don't know, I work in a supermarket. I work for Asda, which is a part of Walmart. So I work for Walmart, which is really cool. And the other day, okay, I'll start with yesterday. Yesterday, the store had closed, and we were phasing, which basically is bringing everything to the front and making the aisles look really nice and neat. And in the space of half an hour, I dropped and cracked a bottle of shampoo, which had to be thrown away. And then, not 10 minutes afterwards, I dropped an air freshener. You know those glass air fresheners that you plug in, the refills. I dropped one of those and it smashed. And it's like a double barrel. I smashed one of them and all the oil went everywhere. I picked it up. It was really slippy. I dropped it and the other one smashed. So I was cleaning it up for ages, and my hands, they smell really nice afterwards though, so I guess that was a bonus. I can still smell it on my hands. And then about a week ago, this was when everybody was in the store, it wasn't closed yet. In the space of my shift, which was 6 hours long, I dropped a box of ketchup, which didn't smash, it was plastic, thank God. I got a paper cut, I stubbed my toe, I ran over my foot with the combo, I dropped my finger in a door, I sliced my thumb open on a cardboard box, and then, to finish it off, I dropped a jar of Dolmio, which smashed all over the floor. So that was one heck of a shift, having to clean it up. And then, to put the cherry on top of the icing, I felt really guilty about dropping the Dolmio. I was trying to help clear it up, and I can't describe it, slightly cut my finger with the glass, although it wasn't a very big cut. So, I'm such an idiot. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think of something to say. No, I think I've run out of things. You watch, I'll stop recording, then I'll remember something I meant to say. No, I can't remember. Okay, another video will be coming up in a few days. Maybe even tonight or tomorrow. I'm working Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna put a video up Wednesday night in honor of my birthday. You all